I was off the edge of the mouse pad and I clicked it and the mouse flipped up and it didn't actually click.
Oh. Hey, everybody.
I just did what? Catherine said I just did. I don't know what everybody was saying, but she said I just did something. Okay.
Well, how is everybody today? I hope your week is going good so far. We're going to give it just a minute. Let it get all caught up. She hit the like button. I saw you texted me, but I could not get my phone out of the holder.
She's set up in the holder. So we are on the Wi-Fi tonight because just us setting up, we were already lagging off Zoe's cell, and you know that we are so extremely proud to be AT&T customers. So we went back to the Wi-Fi tonight, and if it starts lagging, we just cut it off and start throwing stuff.
Yeah. Well, we need one of those, what's those smash room things? What's it called?
A what?
Where you break stuff. You go and you pay people money to let you break stuff. Anger rooms. What are they called?
Oh, I don't know.
They've got one where you can rent bulldozers. I think in Las Vegas you can rent heavy machinery and break cars and stuff. Anger rooms. Anger stuff.
I might need one of those.
But you can smash mirrors and all kind. You can pay people to let you come in and break stuff, and then leave.
Well, basically, I pay for stuff to be broken.
What?
I have 3 kids.
Yeah. Rage rooms. That's right.
But
that's right.
We're doing it backwards. I'm not the one that gets to break it. I pay for stuff for them to break. So we're doing it backwards.
Well, we could.
Maybe that's what causes people to need a rage room.
Yeah. Having kids.
You think that's what it is? Hey, Pam.
Well, we've been getting lots of rain lately. Do you guys know how hard it is to try to film a video riding a bike in the rain? Hey, Summer. And make it work. An electric bike in the rain.
Oh. It did not go as planned. That's a fact. It took a little bit. We were trying to get that done and posted, and it just would not stop. The afternoon storms. It would be pretty all day, but we get the afternoon storms, and I am not complaining about getting a storm. So
no,
I'll take it. Joni asked about the e-bike, and it's the same question I got several times in the comments about it making a noise. Joni, that is not normal. That's my fault. I didn't realize until I unloaded off the truck and started rolling it, adjusting the brakes, that I had left some of the fender loose, and I did not have the tools with me at the farm to tighten it up. So I had to let Zoe just go with it.
Yeah.
So that is my fault. If you heard the rattling, that's one of the fenders, and that was me that did that. So something that we didn't put in the video is that we were missing 3 screws for that fender. And I contacted them. They were very responsive. They'll get them in immediately. I was like, Zoe, I can't wait for them to ship the screws. So we went and got some, but they weren't exactly what I needed. And I told Rhett, I said, we're going to have to make this work. So that is why they're a little loose, because it don't have a lock nut on it like it needs it. But they're coming, and when they get here from Veribus, I will take those out, put the others in, and they'll be locked down tighter, and it won't have all that
Well,
rattling.
you know, though, I also think that videoing it, what's the word, exacerbated it, the sound as well, because
you
it's
can
like you can hear
you can hear it rattling, but it's not rattling as bad as it does on video.
right where the camera was sitting like right beside it. It's
Yeah.
like to me, it reminded me of the kids putting something in their tire where it would tink 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 tink. But I think the video made it a little louder too.
Yeah. There's Sarah, and Candy said she loved the goat.
Yeah.
Tammy said she had 3 boys. Thank God they're grown now. I was trying to catch up. I know I missed some folks while I was talking about that rattle in the bite, but I did get that comment several times, and I wanted to make sure that I answered that. So especially if I had somebody here ask me, where was your zip tie for the e-bike, Zoe?
Well, I didn't get to help, or I would have.
That's why Zoe didn't put it together. Rhett and I did. Because I didn't want the whole thing zip tied together. We needed to actually have bolts in it and things like that. So
it would have worked.
That was the day we sent Zoe to the farm. What were you doing while we were?
I've yawned 5 times already.
I don't even notice anymore.
We're
We're 7 minutes in and you've yawned 5 times. So
I know. No, I was
What did you do that day? You were doing something.
Hogging.
The first day we were putting it together, you actually said something about the other project. God. Summer, she's not tired. It's just Zoe.
I do need a nap, or just to go to bed.
You can't have 23 hours worth of naps. You have to be awake at some point. It's probably the iron. Are you still taking your iron? I'm going to tell these people on you. Are you taking it? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know if you're taking it. Are you taking it? That's a no, isn't it?
Leave me alone.
So you're not taking it?
I haven't taken it in a few days.
There you go. Now y'all know why she's yawning. She won't take the iron.
Yeah, Summer said it runs in the family. She's had anemia her whole.
Sue just said, life. Are you taking your iron?
I know.
Hey, y'all, cowboy. I haven't thought to ask her because she's grown. She should take her iron, but apparently she's not because she's yawned 5 times in 7 minutes.
Definitely a no, a big no. It's been a few days. Like, I really can tell, too.
So the next video we put out, y'all can get on there and comment, Zoe, take your iron.
I try not to yawn.
Your face is going to pop. Catherine said, your nurse is about to scold you.
I know.
I don't know why she's not taking it. I don't know. It's available. It's here.
Well, I'll tell you why. It makes my stomach burn.
Should you... Catherine, are you supposed to eat something to take an iron pill, maybe?
Like, I think I'm actually supposed to take 4 of that over-the-counter one, and that kills me. So I take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. But that still makes my stomach burn.
Was it like some medicines where you're supposed to take it with food or something?
I don't know. I hadn't gotten that far. I just kind of let the burn subside and then keep going. But yeah, it does. It makes you feel kind of gross for me.
All right. You've got some people that want to know if you have any update on the Peach Hicks. And I did want to talk about that a little bit. So go ahead.
No. there we haven't found them, and I mean it was really sad because we tried so hard to make sure that they were gonna thrive and nothing was gonna get them. And that darn donkey went in there and knocked. He knocked the barn doors open, which have wood on both sides of the doors that lock it. But he got to where he would shake it so much that he knocked it open.
Cowboy said iron pills should be taken with food. Breakfast is best.
Okay.
Joni says, my son takes iron first thing in the morning, waits 30 minutes, and then eats a good breakfast. Loretta said iron did that to her as well.
Well, I'm not the only one.
But that don't mean they don't just not take it. That means they found a way to take it with food.
Well, I don't typically eat breakfast.
Well, you're going to have to so that you can take the medicine that you need to not
Candy
yawn.
said eat a piece of cheese.
10 times.
That'd be like, you know what that reminds me of? Trying to give the dog its medicine.
That may be the only way to get you to take your medicine is wrap it up in cheese.
No, you just
like
eat
a dog.
Cheese.
I'm gonna stick it in cheese. Here, Zoe. Take your iron pill, Zoe, and put it.
She didn't say put it in the cheese. She said with, not in.
So I was reading the comments today, and I think I want to agree with several of them that want to look at it in a different light.
Okay.
They gave me a positive way to look at it. That Jack was not being bad, that there was some kind of predator in the brooder.
Now, I would not put it
past him.
Past
maybe
that there might have been a snake in there. Not in the brooder exactly, but on the ground around it.
Well, no, but what I was thinking was that back stall has clearance under the wall. You could have had a raccoon come up there and climb up in the brooder.
I really thought about a snake.
Well, either one, it doesn't matter. Snake, raccoon, whatever.
We've found snake skin in there before.
But I'm just saying that there is plenty of room to go under that stall, that back wall, because it has to have drainage in it or it'd just be a big mud hole. Mm-hmm. A raccoon could have easily gotten in there, and we know that we have plenty of raccoons that have taken chicks and everything else out there.
Yeah.
We have had raccoons take ducks out there.
Uh-huh.
So,
I mean, and that's very possible.
Regardless of what the predator was, people mentioned that in the comments, and I had not thought about it. Instead of just thinking Jack was being a butt and destructive, that maybe he was going after a predator and inadvertently turned the P-chicks loose.
I was just thinking maybe he was trying to get something gone and hit the brooder door and knocked it open. Because he's never bothered.
He's never bothered it.
And we've had birds in both brooders, and he's never bothered.
Miss Lynn said he smelled food. There's always been food in those brooders, and he walks around them and pays no attention to it. Because Jack doesn't even eat all his food when we feed him. Now, when we feed the donkeys and the cows, initially, everybody wants to eat out of the first trough you dump in. Then you dump in another trough, and you start filling troughs as you go out through there. Yeah. And by the time everybody spreads out, nobody finishes their feed.
Not
except Tater.
Well, not like right immediately. We'll leave, and there'll still be feed in the troughs. So it's not like it's a hunger thing.
But they have a good grazing there. So
yeah.
I don't think Jack was after chick food.
No, there's always been, we've got a bucket of chick feed beside the brooder, and it was not touched.
So it wasn't feed, or he'd have knocked that bucket over.
Mm-hmm.
Gloria said get a minimum of 7 hours sleep. I think Zoe gets a minimum of 11 or so.
You are telling a story.
Well, you get up at what, 6? That would be right.
5:45.
Going to sleep about 7.
I don't go to sleep at 7. It's after 7 now.
You
I
have
try to.
never been up at 4:45.
5:45.
Oh, 5:45. You might get up at 5.
I do.
Sometimes.
Because I try to make sure I get your coffee mixed up.
James getting fishing poles ready. He's leaving to go fishing at 5:15 in the morning.
Ooh, that sounds a lot better than going to work. She saw maybe I saw a predator go in and went, I really think that could be it. Because he does like to hang out over on that side where the tractor is.
Well,
and that would be where they would come in and
you
out.
know, I had not thought of it until people put it in the comments. And I thought, you know what? That's a good way to look at it.
It
is
is.
that maybe he was doing something good and just turned them loose on accident.
Yeah.
Sean normally misses our lives, but broke down on the side of the road. Oh no! Look who's having a life.
And he's waiting on his wife, so there's no telling how long he's going to be waiting.
Well, I'm sorry that it took breaking down to get you to make the live. But at least you had some time to get there. Catherine said Tony has been snoring so loud since 7. Well, that's because you made him sleep under a bridge. Really?
I can't help it.
If you try to stop a yawn, your eyes will pop out.
My mouth will go.
Your eyes may pop out of your head. Catherine, I commented on Tony's page when Catherine dropped Tony out under the bridge for his stealth camping. The first 10 seconds of the video, I told Zoe where he was.
He said, I know where that is.
I told Zoe where he was, and then at the end of the video, he left some of those wristbands, and I put it in the comments. I said, Tony, if I didn't already have a wristband, I'd go get one, because I knew exactly where he was, like seconds in.
I think somebody's went and got one.
His buddy, Country City Mouse, or whatever it is, Urban Mouse. Urban Mouse is what he calls him.
Over an hour to find the bracelet.
That's funny.
I like it. I liked his stealth camping. When he got a little nervous, he moved his stuff a little closer. It's like he was spread out, and as he got a little nervous because he was hearing things, and he moved all his stuff real close.
Well,
and then he spread back out. I thought it was funny.
Catherine, I told Zoe when he opened up his dinner, I said, that steak's not going to fit in that camping pan. And next thing you know, he had to cut the bone out of it. It's like, your pan ain't big enough, Tony.
I know.
Where is Tony? We need Tony to be awake tonight. I know she said he's been snoring since 7, but I need him awake tonight. I need to comment on stuff. So, back to Jack. There were... I'm sorry, I got sidetracked on Catherine. But I had been aggravated thinking, what in the heck was he doing? How did he manage to get half the shavings out? Right. And when people... well, that's what I was leading up to. When people commented about... maybe he was after some sort of predator. What went in my mind was a raccoon getting up there and him raking those shavings out is him moving that big head after it. Uh-huh. Him going after something in there, throwing that head around. Yeah. And that's how he raked all the shavings out. Because I was like, it would make no sense.
Right. Well,
for him to rake the shavings out. That's stupid.
We have moved bird. We have opened the brooder there and across, and he has stood right beside me as we have moved birds, and he has never bothered them. Like, it is just wild.
Danny said, does that mean Zoe has took you there? No, I know where that bridge is from driving over it many times.
We have to drive over that bridge to go to the flying.
We have to drive over that bridge to get our hay.
And to go get good barbecue.
Well, yeah, to go flying feet.
I saw today that they only got a few more weeks of their
Sean said, and thank you for your advice last month. What was the advice on, Sean? You'll have to refresh my memory.
Yeah.
You know, being as old and wise as I am, I give lots of people advice.
Advice he don't take.
Mainly just Zoe. But hi, Brenda from Arkansas.
Sue said there's no way she'd stay under that bridge, but it was definitely sketchy.
Well, Catherine wasn't staying no matter what.
No, Catherine, she's got
There's
enough.
Ed.
She's got enough without stealthing it.
Catherine, we do. Well, we drive
I
over that
do.
bridge sometimes to come see you. Sometimes I go the long way around so I can blow the horn at Jason.
Yeah. There's Renee, Michelle, and Katie.
I'm trying to figure out what advice we gave Sean.
He might not want to put it all out
Oh,
there.
I don't think I had an email or anything, did we? Maybe. I don't know. I might have.
Ed, I gotta tell you, we were watching some of your videos last night before. Yes, Little Dry Creek Ranch.
Okay.
We
I commented to Ed during Brandon's live that Rhett had been watching him do some picking.
Oh, and I said, yes, email. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Email. And I said, Rhett, Mr. Ed has been writing a song for you. He said, you need to get your phone and text him and tell him that I am so excited and thank you.
He did say all that.
Yeah. And he, not once, but a couple of times.
So
while
Rhett
we were
was
watching.
We don't know why, but Rhett was in control of the remote.
Oh, we don't know why, because he always is.
Hey, Londa. He was in control of the remote, and he had on YouTube, and he's going down through the subscriptions, and he sees Ed, and he pops it on there and starts listening to Ed do some picking on his guitar. And that's when Zoe said, hey, did you know he's writing a song about you, Farmer Rhett? He said, you need to text him right now.
Right now. He did.
Because
right now.
Mom and Daddy have everybody's phone number, apparently. You need to text him right now.
Right now and tell him I'm excited and thank you so much.
Kath has no air conditioning.
Oh, goodness.
That does not sound good. I don't want to be without air conditioning with the kind of temperatures we're having.
Well, it's been a little more tolerable today.
Hey, Mary.
Now that we've had some rain. We have rain forecasted the next few days.
Well, we had a couple of storms moved in that cooled it off some.
And our highs are like 89 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Well, I had just gotten home today. I didn't go to work. I had to go to Birmingham for something else, for training. So I made it home a little early, and I got a text from Jason before I ever went to the farm, and it said, big storm with exclamation points. And I was like, I'm at home right. Is it hitting right now or headed that way? He said, no, now, big wind. I was like, big wind. Okay. And then we got there, we had trees down. So I was like, I guess he was right.
Yeah, she said she was so happy when Jason mentioned all the rain. I'm telling you.
And it's supposed to be storming like all day tomorrow.
Yeah, we might not end up with football practice if it rains all day.
Sue was without power for 3 hours. Yeah, it doesn't take long this time of year if you lose power for it to start getting miserably hot.
Yeah. And and at night, well, I was going to say, you don't really want to sit with the doors open because the bugs ain't going to come in if there ain't no light. So you could do that. Never mind.
Daisy is loving the cooler temperature. She's doing her sideways hopping dance.
Oh. Sweet Daisy. How far is home to the farm?
7 miles.
Yep. 7 miles. Sometimes it's the longest 7 miles, and sometimes it just feels like a...
Well, that depends. If we get a phone call that somebody is out, it's a long 7 miles.
Yeah.
When somebody said, hey, so and so's in my yard.
Yeah.
Jason and Brooke were saying how
How
much
much
rain
rain?
they gotten since they got home. I don't know, but I think the day they got home, we got like an inch and a half, maybe something like that.
Sean said 110 and it's cooled off.
No thanks. Well, I don't know. Um, I can take the 110 without the humidity.
Yeah.
You know, when I had you out there in
I was
Vegas,
just thinking about Vegas and I was in all black.
and the temperature was like 118, and you don't have that sticky feeling. And I've heard people talk about dry heat and all that other stuff. I don't know how to even compare the two, but it just didn't have the humidity. But it's still like putting your head in the oven.
It is.
Still flipping hot.
Kimberly says she's tired of choosing between going out and passing out from the heat or waiting till later and getting eaten up by mosquitoes.
Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah, Catherine, we already knew that Daisy didn't want to be a goat. And I've got a funny feeling that Fancy is going to be the same way.
Yeah,
I don't think Fancy wants to be a goat. I don't think she thinks she's a goat.
No. We let Fancy and Itsy Bitsy out while we're here. We're outside doing stuff in the yard and they follow us around. They help Nick put together the trike and in the shed.
Fancy especially.
Yeah. Itsy Bitsy now, she's a lap baby. She loves to sit in your lap.
I thought she was hungry and she was nudging me while I was working on the trike, but as soon as I picked her up, she stopped. I was like, Zoe, we have a problem. She's just a lap baby. Fancy just wants to be doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah, she wants to be up under you and chewing on stuff.
Unfortunately, that's the way Daisy was. Daisy was a bottle baby. We got her and her brother. They were both bottle babies from
they were less
previous
than
owner.
24 years old.
They were definitely less than
24 years.
They were definitely less than 24.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were less.
I've never had a goat 24 years old.
They were also less than 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But they were bottle babies, and Daisy decided after bottle feeding that she wasn't a goat.
Yeah.
Every time Tony sees a new baby on your video, he says he's going to get it. Well, Daisy is a grandmother. Jill had her baby that looks just like her.
Looks just like Daisy. And Jill looks just like Daisy.
Jill looks just like Daisy, and now the little baby looks just like Daisy.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid some of them's gonna come up missing because Tony's been goat shopping.
He has. He's just waiting on
all these babies popping out. Tony's got. Just wait till we get Hut over there in the bro pen, and Hut gets turned loose on him. Because you know he loves his job.
Renee Michelle said, do you have land at home?
It's just shy of 2 acres.
Yeah.
But all we have here is our baby goats.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you do with a goat who is not a goat?
You put it with the goats.
Well, now we're able to handle it. At the time we had Daisy, we were using the Premier One fencing as portable electric fencing, and Daisy could not be kept in that.
That's what happened. That's when she went to live with Catherine.
So that's why Daisy went to live at G&G Farms, is because they had better fencing. Now that we have the actual field fencing, we could probably have dealt with Daisy. But at that time, we were rotation grazing. we were doing rotational grazing and moving that fence, and I don't care how tight you had it or how much charge you put on it, you couldn't keep Daisy in it because she was not goat.
And she was teaching the others bad habits.
And then she taught everybody else how to get out.
Yeah.
Nobody had gotten out until Daisy.
Yeah.
And then they all got out.
Yep.
So Daisy went to live with Catherine. And that was a good move. She loves Catherine, and Catherine loves her.
Oh, yeah. And she loves Tony even more.
Catherine said, I'm bringing him as soon as you get it ready. Well, guess what? The other two bros are in the bro pen now. They are in there, and with this good rain, they've got good grass growing, and they are there. Bama and Kenny are in the bro pen.
Yep. So we have the only boys that's with the mama goats right now are the baby.
Tammy said, are y'all ever going to move to the farm? Tammy, gosh, we hope so. Tammy, that is the number one goal I have. And we really, really hope to be as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Kevin says she still wants out. She lets her out to play with her.
Yeah. And we've started, because all the goats, their grass was getting, ate down. We have gotten to where we are letting them out while we're there to let them just graze. I mean, we got plenty of pasture, so why not just let them graze as long as we're there to keep them safe? So we've done that, and that's working out really well.
There's one issue with letting the goats out to graze. Real quick, Sean said, remind me what type of goats y'all have. We have mostly Nigerian dwarfs.
Uh-huh.
One of them that we got from Walker's in Oklahoma is, what do you call that thing? The fainting goat? Yeah, but it's my...
Oh, they have a name?
Is somebody help me with that that's watching. Is it myotonic or something like that? Either way, she's part fainting goat. And then we have a couple of rescues that were part pygmy.
Yes.
But mostly Nigerian dwarf.
And Gypsy.
Gypsy is part Nubian.
And she's our oldest goat.
She is.
She's full black, the biggest, oldest goat we have.
But the issue with letting them out is I wanted to let them out on the back side where the pasture had not been cut and just let them mow it down. It's thick and tall, and they would love it. They all went to the yard.
They did. They went right there by the camper.
There were 16 goats in front of the camper just mowing away.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all, this is the grass for the lawnmower. Yeah. Go out there where I have to bush hog. No. And they're just right there in front of the camper eating away.
Yeah.
Catherine and Zoe, you need to get cushions in the back basket of your trike so your goats can ride in style.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a bigger basket.
I want to do a video of you and Catherine drag racing, and she's got to be in the Littlefoot costume.
Oh my gosh, it's so hot.
Y'all need to drag race the bikes.
That would be funny.
Can y'all like drag race down her driveway or something?
We can. We sure can. We will. We can do that.
You know what? I could be behind y'all filming y'all riding those tracks to Flying Peach.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all could race down the highway.
We really would look like Wizard of Oz.
I'm telling you, I think all that works. Oh, she could put Stella in the basket. She could get her away from Tony.
Put Stella in the basket. we need Tony in front of us with his hazard lights on.
Catherine said, I wish I had some goats a couple weeks ago when my riding mower was broke down. I had to push mow an acre and a half.
Oh, goodness. Do it on a live.
Heck yeah. We could do it live. We could do a vertical live of you and Catherine riding down the highway on those tracks, racing to Flying Peach.
Couldn't you see us getting pulled over?
Yes!
Oh my goodness.
Grammy said, what is Littlefoot? How does Grammy not know what Littlefoot is?
Grammy, Littlefoot is the Bigfoot costume on a Littlefoot lady.
She has a Bigfoot costume, but
She
she's
don't
Littlefoot.
feel it. She don't feel it in too good.
There might have been a slight prank at Cog Hill that happened, and we may or may not have been accomplices with that.
Yeah. Hey, Neil.
There's Neil. Neil always has some interesting comments. Journey Along with Jen said I was going to say Cog Hill's driveway. That's too far to race.
That's a long driveway.
At least we. Well, I guess I was thinking racing to Cog Hill, but y'all could drag race down their driveway.
Well, it's rocks.
But
if I
you get off curvy.
I was gonna say if I fall
Catherine's
off,
just rock.
Yeah.
Catherine's got gravel. That's why I said y'all need to race down the highway with Flying Peaks.
Yeah, we can do that.
You'll be on the pavement.
Ooh.
I'll be behind you. Keep people
from
running over you.
Banana pudding as a reward, or some of that pecan cobbler. You have a melon.
I like Sean's idea of doing it on live.
I think that would be fun. Will you put it in?
Was it $27.80? Mm-hmm. Heck yeah! Look at me, remember?
Yeah, you don't ever check it. I do all that.
I don't at all.
Put a comma.
I was looking for it.
Gary did a live today and said they won't let y'all do lives but one way now.
What?
I
don't know.
We're doing a live now 2 ways, so I'm not real sure.
Maybe he means you can't. Can you not do the verticals anymore? You know, Brandon's been going live vertical.
You might not be able to do it horizontal.
We're going horizontal now.
I'm saying with straight on, like straight through the app.
Here you go, Robin. I'm putting it in there and I'm going to pin it.
It's not right. 35046.
Oh, I'm sorry. Change that 5 to a 6.
Why don't you delete it and do it again?
No, I'm not deleting it. Change that 5 to a 6, Robin. I'm sorry. 35045 is here at my house. I didn't realize that we were 46 at the post office.
Grammy said what kind of goat is Littlefoot? Littlefoot is a pygmy. Nigerian pygmy.
She is, Nigerian pygmy cross.
There's Mr. Jim.
Mr. Jim. Neil said, I told the doctor I thought I was going insane. He said it was all in my head. That's right. I told you, Neil always has some interesting comments.
Have they done that flat remodel yet? Are they done with the flat remodel? Flat like is in a house?
I think it's like as in an apartment flat.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Phase late.
That's okay.
But it's okay as long as you make it. We're going to have to work out the details of that race. I'm going to.
Yeah. We're going to have to do it in
I had to put the mailing address in there, but I think that's going to be the right thing to do.
We'll have to do it in the evening time when it's not so blaring hot.
Well, you can't do it too late or Flying Peaks will be closed.
Oh, I'm sure we can call and say, hey, we're coming. We'll be there in 2 hours.
And we're
coming from Catherine.
2 hours?
We'll be there in 2 hours.
They go 15 miles an hour. It's not going to take you 2 hours to get there. It's like 2 miles.
Yeah. I'll be Tammy. We're coming. You
Tammy,
it
was to do with the horizontal and vertical.
You hear me?
Huh?
I said we'll have to call Tammy and Derek. Say, hey, coming. We're coming. We need that nanner pudding ready.
Hey, Carrie. So I've got to go back and watch that and see what he was talking about. But Tammy says it was to do with the horizontal and vertical.
I know. We got to do it in the next 4 weeks.
Catherine, in 4 more weeks, Zoe's bicycle won't even work anymore. She'll be tore it up. So we got to do it like this week.
You keep throwing me under the bus.
No, I'm just being honest.
That don't matter. Throwing people under the bus don't mean you got to lie.
Don't be honest.
Where has the summer gone?
I know. What is it? Why do they close in August?
Yeah, I did that vertical live with the boys that one time. They'll be open for us in September. They're gonna sponsor our dinner.
But
Are not sponsored, but they're going
Do
to
they
cater.
typically close
Yeah.
September 1st?
Yeah. I think they're usually done before football season officially begins. Like
Man, that's
games
something.
start.
It's hard to believe it's already halfway through July.
I know.
That's hard to
The
believe.
kids start school in 3 weeks.
Oh, thank gosh, I'll get my Mondays back.
Well, that means we got to get back to school clothes and all that
They
stuff.
can wear the same clothes they wearing now.
No.
We don't have to have special clothes to go back to school.
Have you seen our kids? They look homeless.
Rhett has zero that
Rhett, I'm gonna have to go to the thrift store seriously and get him some clothes because he's
Kevin,
5
you
years
gonna
old.
write an essay and pay a late fee. You so late. I mean, you have 40 minutes. You have missed like 70 yawns.
You're throwing me under the bus again.
Y'all, Red will come in here. Go ahead.
What are you trying to say?
I was going to talk about his shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just saying he went from a size 5 to a 7.
Like, immediately.
We're skipping 6s altogether, so clothes. What'd you say?
I don't know.
But we're going to have to go get some school clothes.
Y'all,
they go back on the 9th. That's right. We did the same thing, Katie.
That boy will come in here in a pair of shorts. And Rhett, those don't fit. Yes, they do. If he can get them on, he thinks they fit. And he says, they're okay to sleep in.
His legs will be turning purple.
Buddy, there's no way that can be comfortable enough to sleep in. You can't breathe.
His legs would be turning purple. I said, I just realized I know way too much about your county when I live in another country. And I know the Flying Peaches schedule.
That's good.
I think I don't want my kids to go back because it's been too hot to do anything. It has. And with me, like, I didn't work last year, so we did a lot more. So now that I've been working this year, we don't get to do anything. We don't have enough time to get stuff done.
Debbie said, I think Facebook is only doing vertical lives. YouTube is still doing horizontal. I don't know. He said
it was probably all that body soap he used.
It could be. He had to have his bull bath.
He tried to pull that on me today. This evening, he said, I'm going to go get a bath. No, sir, you're going to go get a shower.
So Jacob said, might have to start a diet with Rhett. Well, Rhett definitely eats like a grown man, but he just hit a growth spurt. He shot up and out.
Yeah.
But so yesterday we were doing conditioning for football. And Rhett got through with his practice before the group that I'm coaching with Chance. Rhett comes out there. He's already been through his practice, ran all his sprints and everything. Comes over there and runs sprints with our team too.
He did.
So
without missing a beat.
He's fine. He just hit a growth spurt.
Well, and we aren't little people either.
No, God.
Chance is thin and lanky, and Rhett's short and stout, but he's solid. So.
Well, that's been the case since Rhett was about 3 years old. Him and Chance have weighed about the same since Rhett was 3.
Yeah.
But like when Rhett would fall asleep on the couch, even as a little fella, like 3 years old, when you picked him up, it was like a rock.
He is. He's stout.
A Little Dry Creek Ranch jumped to YouTube. Yep. Now I can see everything. Well, the problem is now, Sean, you won't see what's on Facebook. You'll have to keep them both on. That's why I try to repeat stuff so that you can see it, because people from YouTube won't see Facebook and vice versa.
Well,
but he just hit a growth spurt because all his clothes just stopped fitting like in a week.
Yeah. So now we're putting what we do.
No, Carrie, I think Jacob was joking. He's not going to be on a diet because Rhett's just solid. but he can still run sprints 2 football teams worth. So, look, if he was one of these kids that can't do one push up or can't run one sprint without being just completely gassed, Rhett ran 2 football teams worth of sprints, and he has asthma.
Yeah. Katie said she's in Pennsylvania for the summer. Her second grandson was born May 21st. She also celebrated her oldest grandson's birthday. They've not done much but float in the pool. They went to a folk festival. We've tried to do stuff.
I would be fine with spending the entire summer just floating in a pool.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's never going to happen since we have a farm, but
Yard sale searching time for clothes. Yeah. I find some of our friends who are going through their kids' closets and
yes,
buy their stuff, and because we rarely go and buy new clothes.
That's the good thing, is that Zoe is friends with all those baseball moms from Chance, and when they do closet clean outs, they fit Rhett.
Yes.
That is perfect. The problem is that sometimes their closet clean out still fits Chance.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll fit both of them.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. But heck yeah, that's perfect. Because kids grow so fast, they don't even have time to wear out clothes anymore. Mm-mm. Zoe has gotten clothes off Facebook that still had a tag in it.
Yeah. And then I turn around and give them to somebody else. We get not donated, but we have people who pass clothes to us. And then we go through them, and what'll fit we'll keep. And if I can share it with somebody else, I'll go ahead and pass those on.
You know, that was big when Rhett was a baby. We would get like boxes and boxes of baby clothes, and we had so many for Rhett already that he never wore. It would be on like the third family, and they still had never been worn.
Yeah.
We would pass it along to somebody else, and the clothes still hadn't been worn yet because they grow so fast.
Yeah. Catherine wants to know what I'm baking. She may have to place an order. Well, not baking wise, but I just did some.
You made a post about you were thinking about getting back into baking, and you really need to because people have been asking.
Yeah, I want to. I enjoy baking. I would like to get back to doing something I enjoy.
Well, we actually took it off the website because of problems with the ordering, but I think you got that straightened out, didn't you?
Yeah, I know we had some connection issues, and we've got all that figured out now.
Like Catherine would have to place an order, though. I mean, all she got to do is text you, say, "Hey, make me this."
Well, I saw cake in a jar. And I was like, I could ship that because it's just your different cake layers in a jar and it's sealed off. And I was like, well, I could do that. And then the cookies and the cookie sandwiches and all that I've done so many times.
I've got to read some of these. I'm sorry. Tammy said my youngest son was like Rhett. My uncle nicknamed him Brute.
Brute, that's funny.
And Ginger said my grandson was a hoss when he was born. He's a rail now. But when we look at his baby pics, he will say, "Gigi, you remember that? It's when I had no neck."
That's funny.
I can't wait to hear what you guys did at Cog Hill Farm.
Well, Catherine actually did it this time.
Oh, you're talking about farm sitting? That was Catherine this time.
Yeah, Catherine did it. She has a video out showing her.
Joni, she has a video, so go over to G&G Farm, and you will see what kind of adventures she had during her farm sitting, and who may or may not like her.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. What?
I need to make her some of that.
I always bought my kids a size or two bigger than they wore. Yeah, it makes sense.
The whoopie pies, yeah. So
Londa says she's glad she don't live closer. She'd be at Zoe's every day begging for baked yummies.
Joni says, "What's my specialty?" I got real big into making sandwich cookies, but I love to make cinnamon rolls. I like making bread.
The bread, the everything bagel rolls are my absolute favorite, and it has been months. Y'all, when Zoe was baking, see, it's gotten all messed up because I'm glad your wife made it, Sean. Zoe was baking all the time, so like dinner 3 times a week would have homemade bread or homemade rolls. And I got the everything bagel rolls several times a week. I haven't had them in months. It's been months since we've had those yeast rolls with that everything bagel seasoning on it.
We do need to do that. I might have to do that this weekend.
Kath said you have to go watch that video and then stay and subscribe to her channel. Huh?
Joel said with butter.
Oh, man, I miss those rolls so bad.
All it takes is a couple hours and can have some. Christine, I have a video with a really good my staple cinnamon roll video, and then you can change up your insides, your flavors and stuff, and add whatever you want and make it your own.
But Christine, there is a video of the cinnamon roll recipe.
Mary said, "Do I boil my bagels?" I've tried bagels one time, and I did boil them, but I did not like the consistency of them, so I was not real impressed. But I would love to try them again.
Oh, Joni said, I saw that video, but I thought you two went in cahoots together and pulled something on them. Lord, that was the Littlefoot video. It's been a while back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought you were talking about farm sitting, but we did pull a little bit of a prank on them. And
he talked about that on a live. I think if you go back.
It's not an actual video.
No, if you go back and look at their lives, you can see where he talks about Littlefoot or farm, something at the farm stand. I think he titled it.
Yeah.
And it talks about it in there.
It's something about maybe Bigfoot at farm stand or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, that was the prank, Joni, that involved, and they talked about it on a live. There's not a video because it was so dark when it happened. What?
I drank my drink and it gave a thumbs up.
Yeah, that may have been one of the funnier lives I have watched when he was telling that story. And Journey along with Jen said them talking about it. It really was. Homemade bread with butter is the best with grape juice. Oh, Vacation Bible School memories. I get it.
He included the security camera shots.
He did include the security camera shots. The worst part about that whole deal was we were being texted the security camera shots, and she turned state's evidence before we ever got home.
She was worried that Brooke was gonna freak out, so she went ahead and just had.
Catherine told us we hadn't even made it home yet. She was like, I was like, she's singing like a canary, and we didn't even get home. But yeah, you can go back and find that. It was pretty funny.
She loved it when Jason gets to laughing so hard he almost falls off the couch, and he was doing a heck of a lot of that. That's right.
Shannon said you should try the sweet Alabama bread.
So
what is that?
On your phone you can have windows, different pages open.
Yeah.
And I have about 30 of them that are recipes that I want to do. I
have no doubt. When you have told me to do something with your phone, there'll be like 50 windows open, and I just don't even look at it.
Well,
because I have to swipe mine and clear them like daily. And yours just stay open, and I don't even look. So
whatever. One of them is sweet Alabama pecan bread.
But what is she talking about, the Alabama bread?
That's what I'm talking
about. Is it the same thing?
I'm sure it is. It's like, it's thin, and it's I haven't made it, but I think it's like kind of like a spice cake with a bread consistency, and it's got pecans in it and all. I've got it in there to try.
Maybe.
Ooh, she said Tom made pumpkin bread.
Where I saw him on earlier. Where's the bourbon king? He's from
Mr. John.
the capital bourbon
Uh-huh.
capital of the world. I was looking for him. I haven't seen a comment in a little while. He says when he comes on, I want you to do again
Uh-huh.
those sticky buns where you put all the pecans and stuff in the bottom and you do the cinnamon rolls on top and then you flip it.
Yeah.
But I want you to do it with that bourbon icing you did on the cinnamon rolls. And I'm gonna take one of those to Jason.
Okay.
If you combine that bourbon
To a sticky roll.
icing that you did on the y'all, she did cinnamon rolls with a bourbon icing. That was incredible. But I think if you add that to those pecans and do it like you did that sticky bun, I think that's gonna be
some count.
Yeah. We probably can't sell that though because it'd be too expensive to make. Christine said, "Do you have a printer?"
I have access to one. Yes. If I find a recipe on Facebook, I send it to my messenger. I have a ton of screenshots of recipes in my phone. And then Token said I copy and paste the recipe and email it to myself. I do that too. And then I also will copy and paste it and put it in my notes on my phone and make notes as I adjust or add or, whatever I need to do.
She also sends it to me. And then when she's in the kitchen, she says, "Hey, can you pull up that recipe I sent you?" Zoe, I didn't save that. I thought you were just showing it to me. Why would you delete it? I thought you were just showing it to me. I didn't know I was supposed to keep it.
Yeah. Well, I do. I mean,
but she sends them to me. Hey, what do you think about this? I get like 10 recipes a day.
Well, now that Mackenzie has a phone, we go back and forth sending each other recipes too.
I saw today, I was like, God, I've got a bunch of messages I haven't seen from Zoe, and I thought it was videos. It was on Messenger. It was all recipes.
I wanted to know what you thought. She said, I don't care what you bake, just call me when it's done.
I just want Catherine to call me when she goes eat breakfast at Shawnee's.
I know.
I can throw a rock to it, and she won't go.
And I don't even really like breakfast food, but I like Shawnee's salad bars.
Breakfast. Golly, if Sue Slaughter's still on here, she does too. Dang, Shawnee's breakfast is.
I've never ate anything. Well, we ate that one time. We ate dinner, but I've never ate anything but breakfast there.
I like it. Journey Along with Jen, I want to make bagels, but there's so many steps I haven't tried it yet. Is that the one you have to dip in like lye or something?
Water, yeah. Boiling lye water, something.
I mean, to make the outside chewy, that's what you have. The next time I go, I'm calling you. No, she won't. No, she won't. She's going to forget. We can throw a rock to Shawnee's.
Yeah.
And we don't ever go, and that's crazy. Neil said, as kids, me and my siblings used to buy my mom lots of cooking books. She thought it was because we liked her cooking. We just hoped one of them would result in something edible.
So that's actually what,
that's really funny.
Everybody's got their collections, and that's one thing I collect is cookbooks. But it's not just, I know it ain't for the same reason, but...
How many did I have when you moved in?
A bunch. And then I got a bunch. And every time I go somewhere...
I probably had over 100, and I had them on a baking rack because I was single, so I didn't have to have a lot of room. So I could spread out and have things on display and look nice. Zoe threw them all in a box, put them in the shed because we didn't have room for that stuff.
You were telling a story. I actually had them above the stove. I had them color coded.
You did for a little while.
And then you needed more room.
So you threw them in a box in the shed.
But
there's got to be 100 of them.
I love cookbooks, but I don't like just any cookbooks. I want cookbooks that are old and that Grandma has wrote in and made notes and stuff. I
You
look for
want
that kind
like
of stuff.
flea market fine
I
cookbooks, what
do.
you want.
I do. And I look every time we go to something like that. I look for cookbooks that have notes in them because I love the notes.
Lynn said, how many more goats do you have that are expecting babies?
One. One more.
Let me get my finger on camera. Just one. One more, Miss Bell. We're waiting on Bell, and she is wide. She's any day now.
Yeah. Her cooking sounds like mine. I nuke it or open a can. Well, I try to cook a decent meal every day.
She cooks pretty decent hot dog.
You are on a roll. I'm going to stab you with a push pin. Lori says she collects church cookbooks and picks them. Where did it go? Oh, and picks them at garage sales. Yeah, they're usually recipes handed down to. That's exactly what I like.
Catherine said she has a cookbook for a wood burning stove. It's an old one with notes. I bet you would like that. Elvis Presley cake.
Oh, Nick, I think it has bananas in it, doesn't it?
Miss Lynn says I get the best cookbooks and recipe boxes of handwritten recipes at estate sales.
That would be, yeah.
I bet you would. I mean, that would be a good place to find them. So we got to wrap up before you do stab me.
I'm gonna go in here and fix you a hot dog.
Heck yeah, I'm all about it.
We're gonna eat tuna salad, and you can have a hot dog.
I'm all about it.
I have a cookbook with all kinds of notes from my mom and Graham. That's the good kinds. That's the good. My grandmother, I know it's kind of morbid, but she's in her late 90s, and she asks everybody, what would you like to have? What do you want? Because she's kind of been giving her stuff away. She don't need it all.
Yeah.
And I told her the only thing I could ever want was cookbooks, because that's some of my fondest memories with her was baking. She was my baking grandmother. I had one grandmother that loved vegetables. I had one grandmother that loved to bake sweets, and so.
She says it's got stuff in it like first pluck the chicken.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's guessing Farmer Rhett's in bed. No. Farmer Rhett is just watching TV and been threatened to behave because he has been on a tear today. He has been in true, rare Farmer Rhett fashion.
His face
today.
said, "Is that a Alabama voodoo?" It's a promise.
It might be. She's got two of them right here on the table. It's a promise.
That's what it is. She said she just messaged me a recipe for sweet Alabama bread.
That worked.
It is hot dog day today.
Well, y'all, that's an inside joke with us because of baseball season and then going. Y'all, we finished All Stars the third week of June, and the first weekend of July we started football. So when
you did not get a full week,
when you're at the field 3 times a week for practice and then games on Saturdays and all this stuff, church on Sundays, trying to do videos, trying to run a farm, doing 2 lives a week, you got to come up with some quick meals sometimes. And it just tends to be spaghetti and hot dogs when you can get away with it.
Yeah.
So that's an inside joke, just me messing with Zoe. But
ooh,
I do like them,
Richard's
so it don't bother me.
It's a good hot supper, toasted peanut butter and jam. That sounds good.
I've never toasted peanut butter and jam.
No, but I bet it would be good. I'm gonna toast my.
Pretty good.
You know what?
I don't want my tuna salad sandwich toasted.
I'm making tuna salad, and I'm gonna slice up a tomato, and I'm gonna toast mine with my tomato and my cheese and my tuna.
Well, I might have a tomato sandwich with some good old Dukes or Hellmann's. Thank God I don't have Miracle Whip in this house.
I tried Dukes for the first time today, and it's really good.
I got a lot of comments on that reel, people talking about Miracle Whip. And I said, y'all, Miracle Whip is not mayonnaise. It's right there in the tag. I hashtagged Miracle Whip is not mayonnaise.
Toasted peanut butter and tomato.
Do you make enchiladas, Zoe? Joni wants to know.
I have not ever made
You
enchiladas.
should try grilled peanut butter and jelly.
I like that.
This sounds like edible.
They ate a lot of cold
Oh
sandwiches.
yeah, you have to eat a lot of sandwich and hot dogs and whatever. All right, Zoe, let's wrap up before we start a mayonnaise debate. Londa's already kicked in Blue Plate, which I can't argue with. Blue Plate, Bama, I can't argue with none of them. The only one I'll argue with is Miracle Whip. So I'm gonna get off here before Miracle Whip.
We gotta go to bed so I can get my 9 hours.
I don't want the Miracle Whip people to jump on me.
All right, guys. Well, yes, come in.
Come on, Rhett wants to say bye.
Show everybody your new shirt.
Look, this and also matching shorts.
He got matching shorts.
I got pajamas.
Look up here.
Look at the camera if you're gonna be in here.
I got new pajamas.
You sure?
Because you had to have something that fit.
Yeah, because all of my shorts and shirts don't fit.
They don't do
So,
that.
if Mr. Ed's still here, what did you want to tell Mr. Ed? Look right here. Look at that black box.
Thanks for writing the song for me. I love it. Thanks.
How you love it? We ain't heard it yet.
You're excited to
That's
hear
what
it.
you were listening to, wasn't your song.
You're excited to hear it.
You was listening to something else.
Ooh, grilled pimento cheese and peach preserves. That sounds good. All right. Well, tell them we'll see them on Sunday.
I'll see you on Sunday.
Look up here, baby.
I'll see you on Sunday.
Tell them bye.
Bye.
Hey, you want to do your words?
Yeah.
Do your words. Looking right there, do your words.
Thanks for watching Chestnut Hill Farmstead. I hope you like and subscribe. Bye, guys.
He's got that down to a T.
Bye, y'all.
What song?